This world shall know pain.
Alright, well here we have it, people. Another week, another Gundam. Welcome back to the channel. Sanjay here, people. Of course, we continue our coverage, our reviews, our reactions to Mobile Suit Gundam, the Witch from Mercury. Awesome new Gundam series, for the most part so far. We're 8 episodes in as of this video. And honestly, I've been loving it. So if you're new here, be sure to leave a like. Let me know what your thoughts are on this series so far. And of course, let's just have a discussion on this series. And what are your expectations? What are you looking forward to? Because as with most Gundam series, I'm expecting this to be a 50 episode series. Probably split into 2 seasons, give or take. So I mean, where do you see us being at the end of the series? Even though it might be too early to tell, honestly. But anyway, let's get into it. Oh wow. Makes sense, put everybody to work. Exactly, fam. Money! Ooh, new Gundams? Interesting. These silhouettes definitely remind me of like Cerevi and like say Arios or the Curious line of Gundams from like 00. Okay. More Gundams is always fun. True, just calm down, fam. You see, this man have the right mentality. It depends on the salary, fam. Like, I mean, with it kind of broke before, you know, the Urshan host name, they're going too good. So, I mean, we have the potential to make some funds, man. You see? And of course, it's a fellow brother with the melanin who's saying this, of course. So, it depends on the salary, naturally. I mean, all valid questions here. I don't know, man.
This world shall know pain.
There's obviously more to it in terms of Prospera's end goal here. Has to be, fam. Has to be. What? What with this reaction? Yo, honestly, I know some people might find Suletta to be annoying, but I just find her to be adorable and cute. I love her reactions. What is this? Yo. This man gave it salaries, wages. This man's all about the money. See, no, the whole, you know, the nuance of the situation starts to come to the forefront. The plot somewhat thickens. Nah, I'm not like to deal with Ghoul no. Seems like Shaddick definitely has his own agenda, which I like. Quite the ladies man, isn't he? This is kind of cringe, but yo, Jado. Voila. It's just the expressions on her face, dog. What is? Really, dogs? Well, the plot begins. Alright, so there we have it, episode 8 of Mobile Suit Gundam, The Witch from Mercury. And yo, I'm not gonna lie, the narrative, the story continues to head in a very interesting direction to hold the interest and engagement of us, the audience, to say the least. Now, of course, we come off episode 7 with the establishment, quote unquote, of GUNDARM by Miorine. And it's a very interesting move. Kind of gives me this kind of Tekkadan kind of vibe, like, you know, Iron-Blooded Orphans. So it's an interesting dynamic, I would say. No, this episode, I'm not gonna lie, one thing I really love about it is that elements, well, more and more elements from the prologue continue to, you know, come to the forefront, such as that PR video, well, that video that they were, you know, getting inspiration from for their PR video that featured Dr. Cardo and the original ideals of the gun format. And of course, we have Miorine in this episode, who didn't stop at the black and white situation when it came on to this situation surrounding the Gundams and just gave up. I really love that she tried to investigate, find the nuance, and truly narrow down the origins of what the Vanadis Institute were going for when it came on to the gun format, not just the Gundams, because at the end of the day, the Gundams are just mobile suits that are using the gun format. But outside of that, the original intent was medical technology for persons who, well, for humanity overall, since they were migrating and, you know, transitioning into outer space. And of course, there are lots of disabilities coming up with humanity as a result of that. So I like how Miorine kind of investigated that and really used that to her advantage to get around the metaphoric wall, I would say, that is establishing this company and uniting the members in her little group, including Suletta, for the best. Because, yo, I'm not gonna lie, the nuance, and even when it comes on to their group there, the whole social issues that Gundam is known for was on display on a smaller scale when it came on to the difference in opinion in terms of how the company should move forward. You know, we had some persons who were saying like, we don't want to, you know, create weapons of mass destruction. We don't want Earth to become a battlefield again. You know, of course, some persons were saying, yeah, we want money. You know, yo, that one you who was like, yo, it depends on the money. But of course, I'm not really good at selling weapons of mass destruction. You know, it's a few little issues there when it came onto their group. So I like how the episode kind of highlighted that the cliche, you know, social, financial, political issues that Gundam is known for. It kind of really showcased that on a smaller scale when it came on to, you know, Miorine's group kind of talking about it. So I definitely like that. No, Shadix is a next interesting tidbit when it came onto this episode, because as we continue in this series, the members, the characters that are in the opening are starting to get more and more exploration in terms of their character, and I like what they're setting up with his character so far when it comes on to the relationship between Shadix and his dad, because of course Shadix's dad, which I can't remember his name, but you know, he's, you know, around Dellings more often than not. He has a certain perception of how things should, you know, be handled when it comes down to the Gundams. But Shadix seems like he has a bit more of a, you know, forward thinking. You know, he's not stuck in the ways of old that his father has, and that could lead to tensions and just an interesting development in the narrative when it comes on to characters clashing, not necessarily on a physical or mobile suit level, but just on a political, social, and just when it comes on to handling the future of humanity type of deal. You know, usual things that Gundam is known for. But it kind of puts Shadix in an interesting position, because he kind of has to be like, you know, kind of stay in his dad's good graces while navigating and accomplishing his own goals, which he seems to have based on what he's saying in this episode. He believes that the Gundams will be necessary for the future, and he seems to believe that he should be the one in charge of that, and that's obviously putting him in conflict with Miorine, as he's trying to kind of convince her to, you know, let me take over the company. But it seems like Miorine is kind of going around him, and it seems like he'll have to try something by force, as implied by the end of this episode. As you know, during the episode it's revealed that he received some anti-Gundam, you know, mobile suits. but he doesn't really seem happy to, go along this route, because we see in the episode by the end there they inserted something additional in that, those criteria for the incorporation of a company by students, kind of forcing Miorine's hand, well, kind of preventing her from moving forward with the company despite her progress in this episode. So it's just like, how should I put it, the nuance, like the intent of Shattuck, but the nuance in how he's going about it and how he feels about it based on how he's displayed on screen, that I actually really like. And I'm interested in seeing where he's going to go. Like, he's giving me, even though we have our masked person, quote unquote, but he's kind of giving me that masked person vibe, like that Char Aznable or Graham Acre type of vibe. These characters who have these probably radical, forward-thinking, ideals when it comes on to how the future of humanity should go. So I've got my eyes on Shattuck, to say the least, in terms of where the writers are going to go with his character. And of course, Ghoul was in this episode. Interesting to see where he's going to go as well. So all in all, I thought this was a really decent episode, to say the least. Things are developing really nicely. But anyway, let me know what you thought. Of course, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see where this series takes us. Sanjay Uchiha, I hope you guys are having an awesome day whenever you're listening to this. See you guys in the next Mobile Suit Gundam, The Witch from Mercury.